Now, when you think of the name Casper, who comes to mind? Some will mention the famous cartoon involving a friendly ghost, while others will call to mind the DJ that made us all do the cha-cha slide. However, in 2022, the sport of tennis has another famous Casper who is not only friendly, but sliding his feet perfectly all over the court as he marches to the top. Yes, Casper Ruud is the pride of Norway, and in this video we will look at the top 10 things about his background, lifestyle, and net worth. Number 10. Background. Casper Ruud was born on December 22, 1998 in Oslo, Norway. Casper developed a love for tennis from his father, Christian Ruud, who was a former professional player who reached a career-high ranking of number 39 on the ATP Tour. His mother is named Lily Catherine, and he has two sisters, Caroline and Charlotte. Ruud began playing tennis with his father at only 4 years old, and would hit the balls at a mini court at his home. Casper quickly developed and honed his skills in becoming the world's #1 ranked junior player. However, Casper, well, he was just getting started. Number 9. Career so far. Casper turned pro in 2016, and in February he played his first Futures final, which he ended up winning. In September of 2016, in his first ever ATP Challenger tournament, Ruud won the Copa Sevilla after beating Taro Daniel in the final. Now, by winning his debut, Ruud became the 4th youngest to win. Ruud finished 2016 with a career-high ranking of number 225 in the ATP rankings. At the 2017 Rio Open, Ruud made it a semifinal for the first time at the ATP level. In April of 2019 at the US Clay Court Championships, Ruud reached his first ever ATP Tour level final. However, in February 2020, he broke the glass ceiling by winning the Argentina Open and became the first tennis player from Norway to win an ATP Tour title. In the process, he surpassed his father's ranking of 39th, setting a new record as the highest-ranked Norwegian player in ATP history at 34th in the standings. In 2021, Casper flourished by capturing 5 ATP titles and leaping into the top 10. He became the first ATP player since Andy Murray in October of 2011 to win 3 titles in as many weeks. In 2022, Ruud is a rising star in the tennis world after making it to the finals of the French and US Open and winning 3 ATP titles. Ruud even managed to make it to the top ATP finals and lost to Novak Djokovic. Now, at just 23 years old and with this much talent, Casper is poised to challenge for more Grand Slam titles and to be the next tennis superstar. Number 8. Earnings, endorsement, and net worth. As Casper has improved over the years, so have his earnings, climbing to match it. Between 2016 to 2019, he earned a total of $1.5 million. However, between 2020 and 2021, the amount catapulted to over $2.2 million after capturing 5 tour titles. 2022 is the most successful year in his career because he earned over $8.4 million alone, which means that Ruud has earned over $13 million just in prize money. Casper endorsements include Yonex, which provides apparel, shoes, and rackets. Ruud has been sponsored by Yonex since 2016. The brand provides the matchday kits. Sponsorship also includes an independent provider of financial services, the Arctic Group, and oil and gas company Luden Energy Norway. Other endorsements include Proactive, Porsche Norge, and SuperOffice. According to CelebrityNetwork.com, Casper Ruud is estimated to be worth $5 million. Number 7. Rafael Nadal, the role model. Casper Ruud has credited his rapid rise in the sport to Rafael Nadal and sees him as a role model.
How many of those 13 wins for Rafa have you actually watched?
Probably all of them.
In 2018, Casper took the bold step to go to Mallorca, Spain and train at Nadal's academy. And at the time, the Norwegian was ranked 143 in the world, and he dramatically improved because of Rafa's methods. He stated, "Look up to Rafa a lot and people know him as very humble and a good fighter. Of course, I'm not trying to be just like him, but I'm looking at the stuff that I like with Rafa. I'm looking at the stuff I like with Federer or Djokovic, and of course, I'm trying to bring that to my own game." Yes, making a 22-time Grand Slam winner your role model and soaking everything in makes a whole lot of sense. Am I right? Number 6. Golf and hockey lover. Casper's favorite things to do outside of tennis is to grab his clubs and head to the greens to play golf. In an article he wrote about his biggest hobby stating, "I love golf. During my free time here in Oslo, I've been playing a lot of it. It is a big passion of mine and I've been playing since I was pretty young. I love the way that golf is so challenging, but it's also possible for normal people to earn a good score. Anyone can make a birdie if they are a bit lucky, and in those moments it feels so easy to play golf, but other times it feels so hard. The highs and lows of the sport are extreme, even more so than tennis, and the details are so small. If you hit the ball 1 millimeter to the right or left of the club, the ball will fly so much differently. You really have to focus, and it's a nice feeling to get a good hit golf shot." Ruud also has played ice hockey from his youth and is a Tampa Bay Lightning fan of the NHL. Number 5. Loves Italy. One of Casper Ruud's favorite stops on the ATP Tour is in Italy. In an interview, Casper was asked what he would do if given the choice between attending a Serie A match and watching the historic Italian Grand Prix at Monza. The Norwegian leaned towards the more high-octane experience, stating it depends which match, but Monza would be awesome to watch one day. Ruud also would opt for a climb up the famous volcano Mount Vesuvius, which towers 1,281 meters above the Bay of Naples, ahead of another history-filled trip to the Colosseum in Rome. So maybe Casper lives by the Italians' famous words, "Veni vidi vici," which means I came, I saw, I conquered. Number 4. Friendly and funny guy. Casper Ruud is such a friendly guy on the court that his peers rewarded him for it. On December 16, 2022, Casper snapped Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal's 18-year streak of winning the Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship ATP Award. The award recognized Casper's fair play, professionalism, and integrity on and off the court. Casper is also a funny guy. After losing to Nadal at the French Open, he jokingly admitted, "You are a true champion. This is the first time I have faced you, so now I know what it's like to be the victim." Ruud said after the match, drawing applause and laughter, "There will be many others." After losing to Alcaraz, he jokingly stated,
"I hope I don't play a Spanish player if I ever reach another slam final. They know what they're doing in the slam finals, so let's hope for another than a Spanish."
Now the subtle sarcasm there was off the charts. Number 3, insane workout. Casper has a very intense routine to maintain his physique and ensure he is in top shape for peak performance. A part of his training routine is to use an ab roller to improve his core strength and maintain posture and abdominal power. Casper also uses a treadmill, which enables him to improve his agility and endurance by adjusting the speed and incline. Ruud also uses the trap bar deadlifts, which improves his stability and control in his stroke play, and Ruud also does balance drills, walking on a tightrope, which helps in positioning and improving his body awareness. Other workouts include single arm planks, medicine ball wall slams, resistance training, and bungee cord, which whips into top shape. Number 2, ridiculous food habits. Casper Ruud takes his food very seriously. His favorite meal to cook is, well, surprise, surprise, Italian. It is called spaghetti vongole, and it's a pasta dish with clams from the sea. Casper's guilty pleasure is Asian food. He admitted, "I like Asian food, Asian flavors, Japanese and Thai. I really like pad Thai. I always try to find it whenever I'm traveling around a place that has great pad Thai, which is a quite simple noodle dish. But sushi is also one of my favorites. But I also have to say Italian food is at the top there." Before every match, Ruud eats the same lunch and or dinner. As he stated, "I eat a very simple, plain rice with chicken, some olive oil, and salt. It seems like a smart thing to do as it's quite easy and has some good carbohydrates if I have to play a long match. It's not too much flavor, obviously, that's why I add a little bit of salt. Salt is also good for sweating a lot, which I do." Now during the match, he snacks on bars, some gels, and maybe a banana here and there. During non-tournament weeks, he will have a bit of dessert, and the older he gets, the more salad and vegetables he eats. Number 1, stunning blonde girlfriend. Casper Ruud is in a relationship with a stunning blonde named Maria Galligani. Maria is also a Norwegian and is from Casper's hometown of Oslo. She is currently pursuing a master's degree in psychology from the University of Denmark. The couple has been dating since 2018, and Maria has frequently appeared on Ruud's Instagram profile since then. And the couple also shares pics with their dog, Bahas Galligani Ruud. Now the couple seems to be very much in love, and Maria is a strong supporter and motivator for Casper Ruud to do even better in his career. So what do you make of Casper Ruud's humble lifestyle and rise in tennis? Do you think he will break through and win his first major in 2023? Let us know in the comments section. Until next time.